Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is a video. This is a discussion. This is a breakdown that we all knew was coming. We all knew that this situation was eventually going to reach this point. And it is safe to say that MrPokke, it is safe to say that after some of the conversations he's had with legal counsel, after some of the conversations he's probably had with some professionals, and of course, conversations he's had with whoever is bankrolling this operation that he's going towards, it's not working out too well for him. Because MrPokke has made a couple of very, very public statements in the past couple of days, with one of the main ones being the fact that he's committed to actually just going to court, right? He basically made that a declarative that he will be filing a lawsuit or some sort of legal process against me, and he said as much in this very, very, very short 4-minute video. When it comes to legal processes, when it comes to any sort of like lawsuits, I can confirm on my end, at this point, there has been nothing officially filed yet on MrPokke's end. And it just so turns out that with some updates that have been made, right, with some updates that have been made on this most recent stream for MrPokke, there's a reason why I'm in a suit and he isn't. We're gonna be taking a look at a couple of clips and just seeing how the situation has developed. Because Pokke seems to have a bit of a play in mind. There's a lot of strategies that he's been taking over the past couple of weeks. And what I plan on doing today is exposing the nature of the strategy that he's taking right now and highlight to all of you why we won't really be giving into any of his suggestions or, of course, his insinuations of what the best path forward is. So let's just go ahead, take a look. This is going to be the first clip over here, and I want to give a special shout out to one of my mods for compiling all of this because we've got a few links and it's not going to be looking great. So first things first, let's get it started off with this one.
Oh, Dingamop. Me and Buckle actually DM'd. Crazy. So to give a little bit of a context, right? Your streamer, in his infinite benevolence, in his infinite good faith, I actually reached out to Buckle.
So let's get the first thing straight. MrPokke is insinuating that him reaching out to me, doing all of this, is him kind of like offering the first, the first sort of like olive branch forward, right? As a show of good faith. Let's think about that term good faith for a second. I want you to keep that top of mind, okay? Good faith. Is this good faith? When you made these thumbnails about me, you actually made 3 of them, where you say, rape is my weapon on a guide about me, and it's a part of my kit. You want to show good faith, or you're saying you're showing things in good faith after this. You're now trying to say you're on the moral high ground, extending an olive branch towards me in DMs after you did this. Interesting. What about this, where I show that as a result of your thumbnails, MrPokke, where you call me a racist, you now have your comments section calling me a racist as well. And your response, MrPokke, when I posted this image was, gonna cry? Gonna cry? Was that good faith? Or what about the follow-up response here? Was that good faith? Because remember, this is all stuff that happened over a week ago. February 11th. You and your community, MrPokke, seem to have a very short memory. If now you want to approach this topic with good faith when this is your public fucking Twitter. So now you want to have good faith. What about this, MrPokke? Where you basically threatened to blackmail me until I complied with your 3 demands. Now you're reaching out to me in DMs after you posted this, and of course, made your terroristic threats of dropping 2 files a day, doing all of that. He stopped dropping the files after the counter notice. Did you notice that? But now, he's the one extending the olive branch. He's reaching out in good faith because he DM'd me first after he did all of this. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. What about this? What about this post over here, Pokke? It seems that Saint doesn't seem to understand the definition of consequences. It's ironic. It's ironic that Pokke said this statement, isn't it? Bold but mistaken. Also ironic. If he's going to be this scared within 24 hours by going this far, then I have no reason to hold back, as yesterday was only the warning shot. Winter isn't coming. I am. Huh. So now Pokey wants to be in good faith after he's talked to lawyers. Now Pokey wants to be in good faith after he's gotten legal counsel. Pokey wants you to forget all of this shit that he did, including community noting, brigading my post with community notes. This one got removed, though, because it was full of shit, but he did it to also farm. Obviously in good faith, right? Because he loves using that fucking word, though I'm not really sure if he knows what it means. And so, right, you could just go over here. This is really the funniest shit ever in retrospect, right? He reached out to me in DMs after consulting legal counsel. Maybe he should have consulted legal counsel before making this tweet, because, man, was this one made in good faith? Probably not, because you know he didn't talk to a single fucking person before releasing this tweet, or of course, releasing this video. And MrPokke, as a last bit of show about this idea of good faith, is it really good faith for you to say that my ultimate is a cry for help or that you got ganked right after, right? And we all know this happened. Right after you decided to jump on the bandwagon when I was done with the 1v15 and the first thing you did was falsely accuse me of rape. Right after this video, within 24 hours, you released those insane fucking thumbnails. Those insane fucking thumbnails. And you had the gall to say that you're the one getting ganked? You fucking pussy. You fucking victim. Was this video made in good faith, understanding the context of what you've done in the past 2 weeks? Don't be talking about no good faith right now, bucko. What a crazy word for you to use. Let's keep playing the clip. Remember, we're only 21 seconds in.
I hope that things are going fine with his Discord. Like whatever's happening in his Discord.
And this is the thing, MrPokke. In regards to the Discord, I have shown you more than enough good faith for everything that you've done. Do you want to know what my show of good faith was, MrPokke? It was deciding to go ahead and exonerate you of the blame of the CSAM raid that occurred on my server, despite the fact that the raiders are saying they were sent by you. You have retards in your community who thought I made this on behalf of a lawyer. No, I made this on behalf of you, because you are literally getting accused of triggering the raid. And so I made this post to clear your fucking name. That is my show of good faith, and it is far more than you deserve after all of the shit I have just shown you. This is good faith, and I have already given you more than enough.
Yeah. I reached out to Bungo for, hey, yo, by the way, whatever is happening, hope you get through with it, and it's okay. And he appreciates it. So,
yep. But there's still a lot for me to not appreciate regarding your fucking conduct over the past couple of weeks. That's why we're making this video.
After that little exchange, he did mention that we are gonna look for a peaceful solution. I don't know if that's Bago or if that's his lawyer, but that is what I got.
Oops. Looks like you read wrong, buddy.
So if something might come out in the next couple of days,
you won't have to wait the next couple of days, buddy boy. Now let's look on to clip number 2. Let me get some context about this one. Here's what Pokey has committed to.
Where that shall be going. And as of such, in my infinite good faith, right? In my infinite...
I hate him, Pokke. He's Pokke.
Watch Pokey talk about how good faith he is again.
Sometimes he chop, but he will always be my buck. And pay cheddar.
Yeah, in my infinite good faith and in my infinite benevolence, I will not mention bro.
Why do you think he's not mentioning me anymore? Probably because his lawyer said he's probably cooked. Probably because he's fucked. Probably because there's nothing he can really say anymore to do any more damage than he's already done to me. Because as I've said, and as we've clearly already established, right, I've done more than enough for MrPokke when it comes to the good faith part of the conversation. I didn't even need to fucking do this for him. I really did it, but I'm not a demon. And I don't want people being accused of federal crimes if they didn't actually fucking do them. And when you understand, right, that MrPokke is the guy that did this to me, that did this to me, why does he think it's going to be so easy for me to just let go and forget? Do you genuinely think that anyone would ever forgive you for something like this? Did you really think I was going to forgive you for something like this? You must be retarded, because this is unforgivable. You tried, literally, to ruin my life reputation, and career. And now you're saying that you're showing up in good faith by not talking about me anymore. I wonder why. I wonder why, MrPokke. You don't want to talk about me anymore. Huh? Probably because you've finally woken up from your stupor. You've realized you are fucked. And now you're hiding away, tail between your legs, saying you're not going to talk about me anymore, when in reality, oh, dearie me. Don't you feel like you're a little bit cooked? Especially knowing the possible implications of how a strike could be turned against your channel after it's found to be a little bit, stinky by YouTube, right? There's a reason why MrPokke DM'd me. There's a reason why MrPokke is trying to settle this offline, despite the incredible, right? The incredible show of, bravado he had in this video. How does one person do a 180 to this high of a degree within just 3 days? Let's find out.
At least until this call is gonna be taking place. Off stream, obviously. Yep, that is pretty much it. If he wants to...
Why does he want to have a call now?
Yep about whatever kind of yep, so be it. Because the more important thing is,
You don't deserve anything. You don't deserve a call. You don't deserve further communications with me.
for example, right? I have already called my... Okay, so basically I have this like Singapore lawyer.
Oops.
And then I have like a US lawyer.
Oh, there we go.
Because I was a little bit confused on like, how do I want to like go about this situation, right? So unfortunately, my Singapore lawyer can't really help me.
Yeah, maybe you should have done that research before you filed a copyright strike. Maybe you should have done the research to find out that your lawyer in Singapore, when you filed the copyright strike on February 8th, 2026, maybe you should have known that beforehand, right? You just found out in the last 24 hours that your Singapore lawyer apparently can't help you out. Imagine that you're this unprepared. Imagine, my friend, you're this unprepared heading into it. This is just an admission on your end. You had no fucking idea what you were doing when you filed this shit. That's just an admission. You had no clue what you were doing. And so why would I let you off the hook now after all the fucking shit you've done to me? Why would I let you off the hook now when you're on the record saying this?
Well. Yep. Gentleness. I know, right? I know it would be impossible for you to not react to this content.
Because his goal was to get me to react to 3 of his videos, strike all 3 of them at once, and immediately take down my YouTube channel. He's on the record admitting that was his goal.
It will be a content so irresistible, you have to react. You just have to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even need to force you to do it. Because you would. You would, wouldn't you?
Did I? No. And this is the thing. I didn't. This was Poke's plan. It failed. And now he's trying to resolve it peacefully and in good faith. The same guy, right? That did this. Did that. Did that. Said these things, remember. They're calling me a racist in his comments section after these crazy thumbnails. And his first response is, gonna cry. And now he wants to be good faith after it's been exposed. He had no fucking clue what he's been doing the whole time. Now he wants to be good faith. Remember this one? Oh man, Pokey, you ratioed me real hard, bucko. Oh, Pokey, you ratioed me real good, brother. How is that ratio gonna help you in court? Was it worth it to leave this paper trail of your ego and lack of good faith across this entire time? Because now I get to show this off to the entire community and juxtapose it with these absurd fucking claims of good faith you're making. You retard. And now MrPokke's likely gonna actually say this, right? Saints abusing the legal system to silence my... me. How much do you bet we're gonna see something like that in the future from Mr. Kiyasu? Saints gonna drown me in legal fees, oh no! Now, let's go ahead, right? Well, frankly, I think we've shown everything, right? When it comes to this guy not fucking knowing what the fuck he's doing, let's keep listening.
Because if this case were to go to like a US federal court for copyright infringement, it is gonna be purely based on US. So I had to talk to my US lawyers, right? So
Imagine you didn't know that before you filed a copyright strike. Imagine you just admit on stream you did not know that before you filed your copyright strike. When you know the next step of a copyright strike is a legal process. Oh, wait. This is just proof that MrPokke thought I would just give into his terroristic demands. He really thought I was just going to do this. He really thought that I was just going to comply, give in to the blackmail, give in to the extortion, and do what he wanted me to do. And now that I didn't, now he wants to play nice. What did I say, guys, in this video? What did I say over here, ladies and gentlemen, right? Isn't there a literal track record of what I've said? Let me just find it. Here we go. Here we go. I don't negotiate with gotcha terrorists. And that statement, that lack of negotiation, that refusal to negotiate, my friend, is going to extend to your defeat as well. Because you want to know one thing that I said, MrPokke? Let's just go ahead. Let's find the transcript. Terrible. Your attempt to take down my channel and ruin my career is so apparent that there will be no mercy in this circumstance, my friend. So, if you've been... I've been called a liar a lot in this drama, haven't I? There have been a lot of claims that I lie, that I don't speak the truth, that I don't keep my promises. What better way for me to dispel those rumors than to just do what I said I was going to do and show no mercy in this circumstance? Because, MrPokke, we all saw it right here.
After I planned this out for so long, it worked out 99%. It went according to my keikaku, right?
Did it? Your plan to strike my channel 3 times at once, take down my entire channel at once. Was that was your keikaku, huh? How's your keikaku going right now, you fucking keikocking dumbass?
99% went to my keikaku. It's
Why do you think he's sliding in my DMs right now?
just that one
His fucking keikaku blew up right in his stupid fucking face.
bit I didn't account for is that the strike actually went through so quickly. I thought it would have taken like way longer. Like, I thought it would take like 1 month, like, or something like that. But that was like a little bit fast. Everything
What a blunder.
else is like, okay, it has been very, very nice.
What a blunder. What a misplay. What a misplay, MrPokke. So, let's keep playing some clips. And this is where Pokke gets some advice, financial advice, from that US lawyer.
Their suggestion was, it is gonna cost a shit ton of money, alright? Whether or not who wins, who lose, it doesn't really matter as much because at the end of the day, it will cost a shit ton of money. And that
Absolutely. And you want to know something that I've publicly confirmed, MrPokke? Let me show you something over here, right? We both know these suits are going to cost a shit ton of money. And this is what one of my Oilers sent in chat 2 days ago. Not sure if this is good to say, but given the situation, I just want to say, MrPokke, do not escalate to a lawsuit and simply rescind your strike. We're prepared to defend this even if it goes to $500,000 to $1 million USD. And believe me, this guy has the proof, the donos to back it up. Do keep this in mind, MrPokke. You might be concerned financially for what's going to happen. I'm not. And there's a reason why I said there was not going to be any mercy at all. And so, if you think that this strike on my channel is worth everything, go for it.
it's kind of like a thing if you want to bring to court. And then it's like, do I really want to spend a shit ton of money just to prove, okay, yep, he copyrighted my materials?
MrPokke is saying this, talking about copywriting, stealing materials. Guys, what's one thing MrPokke hasn't addressed yet? What's one thing he's refused to address? The fact that this dude is just re-uploading people's videos and just eats over them. He, on his Clips channel, he just eats dinner while reacting to someone else's fucking videos and then just re-uploads it. Bro's just out here farming everybody, bro. Fucking lore tubers as well. Mr. Mukbang. He still hasn't addressed it. I wonder why.
You get what I'm saying? So, I called my US fellas, and then it's like, if something can be chill and it can be resolved, then so be it.
Yep. Because this is the thing, MrPokke. You know I have an Oiler that's willing to cover the entire thing. You know that you fucked up putting in that copyright strike, and you know that the money is not worth the actual outcome of this case. But you're only finding out all of these things now when you should have done the research before even filing your strike in the first place. Do you see why creators don't copyright strike very often now? Do you finally understand, now that all the consequences are there in front of your dumb fucking face, do you now understand why creators don't actually file copyright strikes very often? Because most of them actually do the proper research to understand what the implications are going to be moving forward. You didn't. You didn't. You didn't. And now you're over here with your shattered career, trying to pick up the pieces and begging me to help you. You're begging me to help you at this point with all those fucking DMs that you sent. And I'm going to show them too. It's going to be very hilarious. You're begging me to help you, begging me to negotiate. After you're on the record, getting caught trying to plan to take down my channel, admitting to it on stream because your ego was so big and you thought you had it in the bag. You are one of the dumbest people in the space with such misplaced levels of confidence. And now it's backfiring on you, and you want me to bail you out of it. You want me to bail you out of it. Why would I? When you laugh at me being called a rapist in your comment section. Why would I? When you struck my channel. Why would I? When I have proof and evidence that you actually murdered my shorts algorithm. Because, take a look at this, guys. What happened to my views on my shorts after February 12th? What happened to the views on my shorts after February 12th? Literally more than Thanos snapped. I'm still suffering the consequences of this fucking filing, and now you want me to still help you out? This is what you did to me. And now you want me to help you out. You ruined my shorts. You literally ruined my shorts with your bullshit. And now you want me to help you out of the situation that you fucking placed yourself into because you didn't do any research? At all? And who knows the damage that my long forms has suffered as a result of this as well? Who knows if those videos, right? Who knows if these videos that are at 20, 30K would have been 50 or 60K? Who knows how much views, how much growth, how much exposure I lost because of your strike? Obviously, my channel's still doing well. Yours is in fucking shambles. It's still doing far better than yours. But maybe I could have gone higher if it wasn't for what your fucking disgusting tactics were. And of course, you also did this to me. And you still want me to bail you out? You still want to come to a peaceful resolution? You still want me to throw you a bone? What a disgusting little snake.
But if it can't be resolved, then we'll also see where that's gonna be going, right? But bro, I literally couldn't believe my eyes when I saw like this like peaceful solution.
MrPokke, there won't be any peace until you exit the space. Keep that in mind.
Like, I'm like, holy shit. So maybe I don't know what's gonna happen. But when that actually happens, we'll just see what's up, right? Because I think MrPokke is a very hey, chat. I think
he's trying to say he's a reasonable man. Don't fall for those lies. Don't fall for those lies. Now, let's see clip number 4. And this one's going to be very funny. Very, very, very funny. Nice background as well with MrPokke at the McDonald's.
Reasonable man, right? Would you not say I think I'm probably the most reasonable man that y'all ever come across, right? Yo,
so reasonable, he just makes thumbnails like this and has to be convinced by his chat to take them down. So reasonable that he thought that these thumbnails were okay and he had to be convinced to take them down. He left these up for 5 hours. But yeah, he's reasonable, guys.
Yo, Limbe just want to fucking play gacha games, bro. Right? Like, I don't build off my
You just want to play gachas, huh?
content going for like lawsuits and like dropping files. You get what I'm saying? Like 99% of the time, I want to play my fucking. That's it.
Maybe you should have thought of that before filing a copyright strike on my video. Because the only routes out of that are A, you retract it, B, I wait 90 days, or C, I file a counter notice. And what did you think I was going to do? Where did all the confidence go? MrPokke, where is the energy? Where is the energy, MrPokke, that you had here? The daily file drops. The professional victim. Didn't I say that this whole... Didn't I say this was going to be a problem? Look at MrPokke right now. I don't know if I could do this, guys. My content isn't made for lawsuits. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, my content's not made for lawsuits. I don't know if my channel... All I want to do is play gacha games. Why is... Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. All I want to do is play gachas. Dread it. Run from it. And you know what? I'm not done. Address me. I did. With a lawyer. So why are you trying to back off now?
Right? So, as reasonable as I am, we will just see how that will be going forward. So, whatever happening with, like, you know, everything else, frankly speaking, yo, I'm also old. I'm 28. I'm gonna be 29 next.
Did you know that Mr. Pokke and I are very similar in age? Did you know that we're actually very similar in age? A lot of people like to think I'm 10 plus years older than him. No. I think I'm actually younger than him, actually.
Next year, right? I'm almost 30.
Doesn't seem like it, though, right? Because I do look to be Mr. Pokke father, don't I? I do kind of seem like Mr. Pokke father, don't I, after this? Maybe that's why. It's my sin for daddying up on the entire fucking content creation space. Y'all think I'm 20 years older than I actually am. And it comes with the role. Comes with the job.
Years old, right? It's like my time left in this, bro, is honestly not that long. All right, okay, no. My time left in like content creation is probably not gonna be that long. Cause you guys
imagine, after that show of confidence, he starts talking about how his career might be ending soon. Interesting.
won't watch like a 35-year-old unk playing gacha games, right? So eventually, I know that my time is not gonna be forever. So
most people think I'm 40 plus and they fucking watch me. So what's the excuse? People have been saying I'm like 30, 35, 40 the entire time and they still fucking watch me.
So like, do I really want to like, let's just say, like, if this really escalates all in to like an Ethan Klein kind of shit, and it becomes a lawsuit for like 5 years, do I really want to?
Do you see why he's DMing me so much? Do you see why he's trying to reach a peaceful resolution? Because this is the thing. Why do you think Mr. Pokke decided to strategically reach out to me the day after the CSAM attack on my server? Probably because I was in a more vulnerable emotional state, right? Having done things like gone to my local police station to file a report, going to the FBI to file an IC3 report, giving all of that information, recounting all of the events, going around, doing all of that. I was very busy that day after my stream ended. And guess what, guys? I still made the time to exonerate Mr. Pokke of the blame in this situation after I was spending all day basically going out and filing reports and doing all of that. And this guy probably thought that my show of good faith over here to basically not have him accused of federal crimes, he probably saw that as an opportunity to try to push some sort of advantage. And of course, get a lot of this weight and get a lot of this baggage off his plate. He tried to talk to me that day. I told him, let's wait a little bit while I figure some stuff out. And across those next couple of days, right across the next 48 hours, well, boy, oh boy, my memory just brought a lot of things forward. And when you look at all of these tweets, all of these statements, Pokke bragging about community notes, all of that goodness, boy, oh boy. Did you think I was gonna forget because you struck me at an emotional time? Did you think I was gonna forget because you DM'd me at a vulnerable time? You probably had hope, didn't you, bucko? But this is the thing. I have great emotional maturity. I have great emotional stability. And a part of having good emotional stability, Mr. Pokke, is realizing when your emotions might get the better of you and have you saying or doing things that you don't actually mean. Like this. Or perhaps our favorite tweet ever, right? Like this. Because isn't it fair to say, Mr. Pokke, that you made this tweet and you released that 4-minute video talking about how we're going to court? Isn't it fair to say that you made this out of emotion? You and I are very different. And there's a reason why you're where you are. And I'm where I am right now. We're very different. Very different, aren't we? And so I'll show the amount of good faith that I had. Naturally, right? And I'm looking into this shit over here. There's absolutely nothing bad that's going to get leaked from this. Absolutely nothing. I'm just doing another double check. That's looking good. That's looking good. Okay, let's read these out, guys. Okay, so the first DM we got over here is going to be Mr. Pokke talking about the CSAM attack incident, right? My man, just wanted you to know in absolute good faith. Sorry for what happened. I have nothing to do with it, right? So, of course, Mr. Pokke extends good faith in this circumstance. This is an unrelated circumstance to the strike. I consider it, I compartmentalize it, and I consider it a different thing. As a result, I make this tweet on behalf of MrPokke after knowing all the facts about the situation and, of course, exonerating him for the blame of the attack. That is done and over with, right? And this is after I've gone to the FBI. This is after I've gone to my local PD. This is after I basically spent the entire day cleaning up after this fucking mess. And then MrPokke immediately tries to trigger a call with me, right? I view this as trying to capitalize on the situation. And it's hard for me to view this request for a call at this timing in good faith when you know all these past clips, when you know all the past incidents, and you know all the past things that he said, right? And so hopefully you excuse me leaking the fuck out of this snake-ass rat man's DMs. Hopefully you can excuse me leaking these DMs with the context that this is the type of shit he's been posting. Remember, I said that he's allowing people to call me a rapist in his comment section, and his response was, "Gonna cry." I don't even care, actually. So yeah, I just said, I do not have the time. I'm currently dealing with matters with the FBI and stuff. Hope you can understand. And look how desperate he starts getting. Look how desperate he starts getting. If you want to do a one-on-one offline talk about it, I'm legitimately down. And that this is just us talking about, like, fucking silencing discussion on the raid on our Discords. We mutually agree on that. This is separate from the issue once again. Separate from the issue once again. And then this is where I say this. For the call, I am interested in speaking if it helps facilitate a peaceful resolution. Remember what I said the resolution was? MrPokke leaving the space. Given the incident, I will need a few days to address this with law enforcement and let the situation mellow out. If you're interested in a peaceful resolution and willing to be patient. Because like I said, the peaceful resolution is MrPokke leaving the space. I'll reach out when I'm ready for the conversation. Let me know if that works for you. Yeah, just let me know whenever you have the time. And honestly, at the end of everything, my bottom line is just to have you leave my name or content out of your mouth. You want a farm drama, farm war, do what you have to do. Just let me play my games in peace like I've been doing. Oh, really? Oh, really? You really sent that to me after you did this. You really sent that to me after doing this. Your Kiyasu is so strong. You didn't even think about apologizing for this before trying to reach out one-on-one. Imagine that you didn't even think about apologizing for doing this. Because you didn't do it just one time. You did it 3 times, motherfucker. You did it 3 fucking times on 3 different fucking thumbnails, motherfucker. If you could be reasonable enough to see that, I'm also a very reasonable man. Oh yeah, the reasonable man that publicly makes extortion, blackmail threats like this? Threatens to drop files, do all of that? It just looks like you reached out when I was distracted and tried to make me forget all the shit you've been saying about me for the past 2 weeks. Because you want to know the craziest thing about this is, MrPokke? All we really gotta do is, like, take a look at your fucking YouTube channel. All we really gotta do, man, is take a look at your fucking YouTube channel. Because what's even going on in here, dude? How many videos have you made about me where you're just outright lying and taking clips out of context? Boom. 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 All in an attempt to bait strikes on me. If I ever dared correct your misinformation. These videos are filled with so many lies, and I haven't been able to dispel any of them because you were weaponizing the copyright strike system to silence any response to any of these videos. And now you have the gall to say that you're a reasonable man. For both of us, you mean for you, MrPokke, because you know you can't really talk about me anymore because you're fucked. I will make a public statement that we'll be taking matters privately and try to reach an amicable solution. Remember my definition of peace, MrPokke. And don't get mad and say I lied to you because I didn't tell you my definition of peace. I don't need to do that. So I won't be talking about you anymore. That's what MrPokke said to me. Also, it'd be good if the call can be within this week because I would have to file a claim with the CCB on this copyright thing by next week. So if something both of us can come to terms with happens, then we won't get to that point too. How about you go back in time, MrPokke, you build a fucking time machine, and you tell this to yourself right before you file your strike on February 8th. Because it's too late. Hey, I'd hope to see a call happening anytime before Sunday. Don't think it'll take longer than 15 minutes if we're both looking for a peaceful resolution. How about this, Mr. Pokey? I'll just give you the resolution right now. You can apologize, rescind your strike, and then become the Sekajoko of HSR. Go be a 400, 500 CCV viewer for the rest of your life, for the rest of your career. Go into your 30s, your 40s, 50s, right? And just have 500 viewers and just stay like that. Because after this abuse, after this expose, you're done. And like I said before, Mr. Pokey, I'm going to honor the promises, right? I'm going to honor the statements that I said were going to happen. Remember what I said in that video? You do remember it, right? We'll just play it again for you. Terrible. Your attempt to take down my channel and ruin my career is so apparent that there will be no mercy in this circumstance, my friend. So, don't make me a liar. I'm not going to be a liar. I'm not going to break this promise. Now, apparently there's a bit of an epilogue. Who knows? Let's see it. How fun is this one going to be?
I spend my next 5 years in a lawsuit. Like, at that point, whether or not I win or lose, I'll be, like, mid-30s, bro. Bro, for all I know, I could be marrying Fei Xiao, right? So, that is kind of the situation. And of course, I'm only saying all this because, like, maybe Zentones actually has that shred of good faith left.
Imagine that he's still finding some sort of way to put this whole good faith scale on me. When we've shown you every single fucking thing this guy has done, and he's still trying to insinuate he has more good faith. When he has hit me below the belt, silenced my reactions, struck my videos, called me a rapist, did all of these things, and now he's talking about how he's the one expressing good faith. No shot. You used your ultimate move, Mr. Pokey, but it didn't crit. It didn't crit. And you're all out of resets. So it's now it's time for the team wipe.
In him. So I will give him my absolute highest benefit of doubt, and we'll see where that shall be going from there, right?
King in check is a very appropriate thing to see over here, isn't it? Enjoy, Mr. Pokey.